From the home of the Bills since 1973, there's a look at the newly named New Era Field just outside of Buffalo, New York. A few moments ago, to the delight of this Buffalo crowd, it was the Bills racing out of the tunnel as they get set to match up with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go. Pac-Man. 120. 157.
On first down, Wentz. And Kelvin Benjamin's got it. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. They'll go with Darius Geis, who missed all of 2018 with injury. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
2
Throwing now is Wentz. And he'll find Hall. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
First down, Eagles.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 37-yard line. Throwing is Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Off the edge, Jerry Hughes gets the sack.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Tight end right. You got 3 down.
Now Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Well, how about the passing numbers so far on this first drive?
Oh, no doubt about it. They're flinging it around pretty successfully. And look at the start. The confidence level that we see in him rising because he's hit a few early. And how about the last one? The big shot right there.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? Yeah, he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Go.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty. Running with Howard. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Tremaine Edmonds, the Bills' leading tackler as a rookie last year, in on the stop there.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
Geis with a carry on 2nd down. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short.
Watch the screen.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. He's at the 50, the 30, 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Hauschka with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right? Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one, that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Strip that ball.
This is Geis. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Wentz going to throw. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 26.
Okay, what can't Deshaun Jackson do? All right, we know about the catches. We just saw another one there. Also gets involved in the return game, and he can break big plays like that. And we've seen him do it throughout his NFL career.
We have. What are you thinking of anything in particular?
Yeah, I'm still remembering a certain Giants punter not following orders, and Deshaun Jackson made that big-time return all the way back for a game winner in that one. I still remember seeing the looks of disbelief on the Giants sideline.
Here's the second year back out of NC State, Naheem Hines. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 28-yard line.
180! Sunday!
49's a month. 49's a month. Watch the twist.
Working from the gun, Wentz. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
46 down, man, 5-4.
58, come on. 58. Big stop, G.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Got a man open, it's Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Elliott good with a PAT, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go. First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. This is Jerick McKinnon, who missed the entire 2018 campaign. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Let's go one more.
To throw, it's Allen. Now he's flushed out right, and this is going to be incomplete.
No grounding call there. He had a receiver near the right sideline. It was pretty clear there. He just needed to get rid of that one.
And he did have a receiver in the area, but initially my view was obstructed, and I thought that was going to be grounding, but clearly the correct call made, and that is no call.
Is that why you threw your play sheet down? Is that why you did it? Was that the flag?
You can't be giving me up. I got a lot of issues up here in the booth. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Single. Mike's 56. Mike's 56.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And that's going to be intercepted. Malcolm Jenkins, the Pro Bowler.
You're looking there, the defensive back was maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch the run, watch the run. Check three.
They run with Howard, and this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
Let's get it.
The Bills' 38-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Listen.
Here's Wentz to throw. This one complete to J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. These two teams all tied after one. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession. They've got a 3rd down and a yard to start things out.
49.
Now Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. 1st down.
Here we go. 180.
Let's go, defense.
On 1st and goal, Howard. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it 2nd and goal.
And goal at the 8-yard line.
Here we go. Back. 280. Here we go.
This is Hines. And again, this Buffalo defense there in run support to stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost. Wentz now on 3rd and goal. And that is caught. It's Aguilar for the Eagle touchdown. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Oh, I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's Allen. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Let's go, B, let's go. Hey, let's get there.
Now Allen, going to throw again. And this is caught by Martavis Bryant. And he has another 1st down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 45-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. On 1st down now, run with McKinnon. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Allen under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Allen. And the pressure gets to him again. Fletcher Cox has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Taken in at the 11. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. A 2nd quarter score from down in Houston. And the early going, it's the Texans out in front. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you.
On the ground, it's Geis. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Hey, D-back, let's go. Pick it up, D. 41's coming. 41's the money.
Wentz now to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete.
One of the best routes, one of the favorite routes of any play caller. He just ran that one. Nice little angle route. That's supposed to be a catch, and usually it is, and the running back dropped it.
Yeah, I mean, he's a running back, but he's got hands. He should have caught it. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Here now, Roberts. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
In on the stop, the safety, Troy Apke. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
From the 22, Allen nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long.
Pass 85.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
There we go. Pac-Man. 180.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
You gotta get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
Now it's Hines. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down. Wentz. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
The 7-yard line.
So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Allen going to throw. And the grab by Croft. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Bills are certainly happy to have a healthy Tyler Croft. Remember, he had a season-ending foot injury last year with the Bengals in Week 5. So the Bills get him, and he re-injures that same foot in May in OTAs, but out there now and says he's feeling pretty good. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And the throw there going to be incomplete. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. With Howard, and that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Here we go, Pac-Man. 120! Right there. That's what I do.
To throw is Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Ed Oliver gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
Forward, Tokyo!
49, guys. Mike, 49.
Now Wentz. Looking deep for his tight end Ertz. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Allen. He finds McKinnon, complete. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll make it 3rd down. I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays. And the Eagles with a dime look. 6 DBs on 3rd down.
We want it. Come go. Mike spot 4. Mike spot 4. Go.
Now Allen to throw. Operating from the gun. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. This is taken at about the 14. Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, 4 down. 58.
Now Howard. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Geis. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
They're gonna need some therapy after this.
To throw, it's Wentz. Gets this to his running back, Jordan Howard. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And they're going to have a 3rd down.
Go. 120.
3 bucks.
Throwing is Wentz. That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 31-yard line.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Wentz now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Throwing now is Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Jim.
Into the red zone. Wentz. Open man, Arcega-Whiteside. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
At the Bills' 7-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Big series right here. We got to step it up.
They'll run with Geis. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The Eagles on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Check nickel.
They stay on the ground. Geis again. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. They come out here in the I. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Try to punch it in with Howard. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Get him.
Done. 5-2, come here.
Hey, tight down.
Wait, son.
On the ground, Geis. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
This Buffalo defense has stood their ground. This is 3rd and goal. Look at this, a tight end carry. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Dallas Goedert, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Now Wentz going to lead the Eagles up to go for 2.
Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
Why?
Listen.
That's complete to Arcega-Whiteside. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up? And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Here we go, Pac-Man. 280!
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
What's this done?
49, guys.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Hines. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now Wentz. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Eagles on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Wentz. He's got his running back, Darius Geis. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
It's a gain of 6.
Give him 6 yards in the 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day, all day.
Now a give, right side, it's Geis. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 37-yard line.
Here we go. 180.
49. Pick me up. Here we go. Big Ed. Showing up.
Here.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
The Eagles on third down. They've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This is 3rd and 11. Working from the gun, Wentz. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Now, this one now not over yet, Charles. You've got a sliver of hope on that other sideline.
I certainly do, because that would have made it a 3-score game. And that probably would have been curtains at that point. But now if they can get down the field quickly and somehow get the ball back one more time, we may have a different ball game.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the Eagles' 47-yard line.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Who that? 54 Mike.
Here's a carry for a former starter. This is T.J. Yeldon. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Deron Payne breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Allen now looks to throw. This will be caught by Brown. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
It's a gain of 9.
Get him, boy. Get him, boy.
The Bills on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Mike 54.
From the gun, it's Allen. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down. On the NFL scoreboard, fourth quarter now at Soldier Field. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A victory there would mean they're sixth on the year. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
We play to win. Let's go.
So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On first down, Allen. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the stick, 2nd and 15.
Push him back.
Now Allen again. He's going to let it fly. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, third down. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Allen to throw once more. Now a desperation throw deep. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Jalen Mills. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Here we go. Waiting.
Check tight, check tight. Check tight. Under 10, 10.
Here's Geis. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Tackle made there by Matt Milano.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Done. 180.
49's the most. Watch the slats. Watch the slats.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And they'll indeed take a knee. So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for Philadelphia, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, they fall for the first time this season after 6 wins to start the campaign, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.